like to support the channel. Also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Former Illinois standout Terrence Shannon Jr., a potential first-round NBA draft pick, was found not guilty Thursday of rape charge after a jury in Douglas County, Kansas, spent less than 2 hours deliberating the verdict. The 23-year-old Shannon was accused of committing assault last September while visiting Kansas for a football game between Illinois and the Jayhawks. He was charged with rape or an alternative count of battery, which led him to being suspended for 6 games. A federal judge later reinstated him, ruling that his civil rights had been violated. Shannon testified that he joined 2 roommates and a few Kansas players at a bar on September 8th of 2023, but he only had a few drinks and remembered everything that happened that night. Shannon stated that he didn't learn of the allegations until several weeks later and that he had never seen the 18-year-old woman who had accused him until the case had begun. The woman told police that she was at the bar when a man, whom she later identified as Shannon, grabbed her backside and reached under her skirt to touch her. The woman claimed that the bar was so crowded that she was unable to move. Shannon testified that a woman close to him had been raped and he would never treat another woman the same way. Shannon's lawyer called the allegations a blind accusation and questioned the motives of the woman. They also criticized the prosecutors in Douglas County for a lack of evidence and a Lawrence detective for the thoroughness of his investigation. Many scouts have been watching the case closely ahead of the NBA draft, which is scheduled for June 26th through the 27th.
In the state of Kansas versus Terrence Shannon Jr., we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of aggravated sexual battery.
And the young man posted this: "Thank you to everyone who stood by me these last 9 months. I knew I was innocent of these horrible crimes, and I had faith in God that someday everyone else would know that too. I'm so grateful to all of you for believing in me, especially my family, friends, and legal team whose support kept me going. I'm ready to put this chapter of my life behind me and fully focus on my path forward."
Here comes a new challenger!
So even with the courts stating that, hey, this man is innocent, this is what we have online. And this is why I don't jump to conclusion anytime a woman accuses a man of something. Some women just straight evil for real. Nancy Grace stated this: "That's the excuse you give to excuse blank. That's all."
You are wrong!
While you're sitting here with no knowledge of the judicial system and lacking emotional intelligence as well, my intelligence is being called into play because blank can't wait to find one false accuser like a needle in a haystack full of blank. Okay, be blessed.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
Convicted to what probation, you stupid, slow blank. Nitwit. What is probation to a blank blank? License to blank again, as they do. I don't give a blank about a false flag when on the same page fathers are blank their daughters to blank. who cares about the lie when the truth is horrific.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
I want y'all to realize this one fact. That woman was on some type of rage, some type of anger, to the point where she was literally stating in 4K that, hey, I don't care if you have women out there that are false accusers. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean anything. I'm not sure if she understands the percentage of black men that have been accused and also exonerated. So let's look at these facts. As of August 8th of 2022, the National Registry of Exonerations listed 3,200 defendants who were convicted of crimes in the United States and later exonerated because they were innocent. 53% of them were black, nearly 4 times their proportion of the population, which is now about 13.6%. It's a very dangerous world that we live in when you can have a woman or women online stating something that they don't care that innocent men are being locked up for crimes that they are not committing, that men are being locked up just over the simple fact that a woman is able to tell a tale and lie. That's crazy. And as I've stated before and I've stated previous times, there needs to be laws set in place so that if it is found that a woman has lied in order to get a man arrested, in order to get a man jailed, in order to get a man put in prison, then she herself will be made to do that exact same jail and or prison time. No ifs, ands, or buts, no slap directly on the wrist, because again, they would not have given that man a slap on the wrist. Like I said before, the moment in time that the rules start changing and it's applied to the accusers directly out here, that's when everybody will act like they have common sense. But then you're going to have a lot of women that will try to state, oh, don't you think that's a little bit harsh? Yeah, it was wrong that she did that and yada, yada, yada. But he's still here. He's still able to see his family. What if she has kids? What if she's pregnant? What about her? What about how she, you'll have a lot of people that'll try to gas that whole thing up. They feel that the woman might have been confused, she might have been frazzled, like I said before, it's always all of these excuses whenever the facts come out and it is proven that you have women out here lying. And the other thing that I've pointed and I've said for years, that when women allow women like this to lie, and when women allow other women, like the example that I gave you off of Twitter, to speak the way that they speak about men, it is going to have a negative impact on the real women who have actually gone through those horrendous circumstances. That means that the judge is not going to believe them. The lawyers are not going to believe them. The jury's not going to believe them. The police not going to believe them. And other people on social media will not believe them. Even if the facts are proven that, hey, this other guy did actually do this. People are like, nah, it's a little bit flimsy. We're not really too sure. We need 100% proof that this actually did happen. They'll start to, question how she is psychologically. They'll start to question if she was on any type of medication, if she was on any type of narcotics or hallucinogens. Like I said before, they're going to try to tear that woman apart because of the others that came before her that lied. But like I said before, women not going to understand it up until women are made to understand it. So again, at the end of the day, women have to be the ones to speak up, start calling this stuff out and snuff this stuff out so it does not become a larger problem, well, technically larger than what it already is. And also at the end of the day, for the women that want to agree with women like this, just always note that your husband, boyfriend, your fiance, your son, your brother, your cousin, your nephew, your uncle, your grandfather is one woman away from this exact same thing happening to them. The only difference is they're not going to have the media or all of these high-paid lawyers to back them up and to make sure that the evidence is fully 100% shown. It's just going to be a lock and key, and that's it. And you're going to be talking to them through a phone or through mail. So like I said before, people better choose wisely the individuals that they decide to follow and click up with.